Welcome to Forge 2.0. Oh, wow, I can see my neck without having my neck bracelet in there. I am your host, Lucky, aka the Wild Man, aka Captain Dynamite. I know, I get a kick out of saying it. I do. Oh, let me tell you, I think I'm going to have to get some spray tan or something. Woo! Man, you see, unless that light is just angry with me, I can see it reflecting off my face. Oh, how is everybody doing tonight? We good? I do hope we're doing well. Everyone, is you ended today off with a bang, okay? That's what I wanted. Sorry about that. I mistakenly erased what I wanted to talk about today. It's not a good thing. But it's all right because I got it back. We're all set. What do we got here? Oh, we already got people on. Nice. Yeah. Fucker. What's going on, buddy? How you doing? Uh, so, I do hope, as I say, that you got to your weekly milestones. All right. We want to make sure those milestones are getting taken care of. This way, you feel like you're doing something. That you're moving. Yes, it is Friday. Good evening, Adele. What's going on where you're at, man? So, I stress the milestones during each week for you, okay? Because I want, instead of when you start something and you 6 months, a year, whatnot, that's a far off time. So if you don't feel like you're making headway or you don't feel you're getting anywhere, you're leveling up at all, that's kind of a killer, okay? It's kind of just like a real motivation drain. It's less and less inspiring if you're you're not doing anything. That's why I say set weekly goals, what you want to accomplish each week. And all these goals are going to help you to reach your ultimate goal. All these milestones will help you reach your goal. Okay? So, yeah, I'm warmer. It's definitely warmer in here, buddy. That little heater does a lot. Um, but I am a skosh late. I was doing my Ancestry.com DNA test. I was looking at it and I said, oh, you know what, Minga? Let's find out what I made out of. So I already know I'm a super mutt, okay? I've got like 5 different things. Ta-da! And that's how I was born, right? So, Lewis, what's going on, man? It's been a little bit. How you been? You know? So I'm excited. Got done. You got to spit in a little tube, shake it out, put it in a bag, seal it in a box, you ship it off, and then they send you, they tell you, well, you're this, this, and this, and this. Your ancestors came from here. You got some of this in you, some of that in you. So who knows? Perhaps I could have been lied to all my life. I'm kicking somebody's ass if it's true. But no, no, I'm expecting good things, you know? But enough about me and my ancestry. I do hope everyone had a great week. You finished on a positive note. I want. Weird holder is gone. No, you need to get out of here. Right there, buddy. Right there. uh, but camera views. Camera views. Wait till I get my green screen up here. I'm going to have a pyramid behind me. I'm going to be sitting in front of the pyramid talking or in a castle. I got to exactly figure out how that works in, but that should be interesting, you know? But no, I do. I hope you had a great week. You know, you finished on a positive note. I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. Uh no, I do. You know, I felt today this week was a good week. I got some. some interesting aspects of the show done. I've started working on my clothing line, which is exciting. You know, I spoke to a couple people. I signed up for a couple of what the hell, some kind of like a master class that's supposed to work with podcasts or help me to do something. I don't know. If I see something like one of these classes, I'm sure a lot of you know, and I feel, oh, this could help me or that could help me, I sign up for it. But sometimes they're like a couple weeks out. So in a couple weeks, I get an email like the day before. All right, cool. Oh yeah, remember I signed up for that. And I always schedule everything where it's flexible with whatever I'm doing. So it's in a time where I'll be able to watch their live masterclass or whatnot, or watch their little live show. But I got a couple of those coming up next week, the 12th. I'm going to be honest with you, I have no idea what it's for. I've signed up for so much just so I can absorb information, so I can take as many classes and courses, whatever. If people want to give out free information because they're decent fucking human beings, I love it. I love it. I was actually talking to a friend of mine the other day. It's Jess. She's on here. She's on the Gram Manifestation Energy Coach. She's doing amazing things, and she actually is a down to earth, decent person. Okay, like I said, check her out if you're looking for a coach or a mentor. She knows her things. That's the one that's got me rewriting my list of shit that redo things that I got to do. But she's kicking ass, okay? But no, it was a good week. You know, I bought my little heater. I'm not freezing to death over here, especially me at a temperature right now. I think it's at like 10, 12 maybe where I'm at. You know, got my heater, got my tea. Oh man, that's good. That's not going to last long either. You know? Ah. Oh, in case anybody knows too, I know there's a few of you out there that are asking me. Yes, I'm having shirts made that say Captain Dynamite on there. Yes. With my face on it, it's going to be amazing. All right. I got a couple other ones going on. I'm looking into some fun stuffs. Some fun stuffs, fun stuffs. But what is that? Is that just a shirt? Oh, that's the shirt underneath. I usually have one of those face shields that sits on my neck unless I'm using it. So being able to see my neck, oh look, I have a neck. It's funny, all right? Hey, it's funny. But tonight's episode, as a way of, it sort of, everything sort of flowed into it. I did like it. It flowed. Okay? Tonight's episode is affectionately titled Finding Your Peace. Okay? Now, it would seem like it's a simple thing, okay? And I know it is. As I've said, life is as difficult or as easy as you make it, okay? And it is true, okay? Life may be mean, but it doesn't mean it's that you can have an easy life and it's still mean, okay? You can have a hard life and it's easy. If you understand what I mean, you got to think about it. You can, all right? Now, like I said, somebody can always throw a debate or, negative, whatever. We're not going to go with that right now. But the thing is that because all 7.5 billion of us are different and unique, okay? Everybody finds their peace in their own way. I can only kind of guide you. I really can't tell you how to do that. I can only guide you in maybe where to look. That's ultimately something you have to discover, you have to figure out because we're different. I am not you, you are not me. Okay? So what works for me may not work for you. Maybe you get irritated if you do what works for me, you know? Oh, that is good. Let me tell you. Yeah. Mm. But what do we got here? What do we got? Little couple, cool. Oh, see now I think inner peace is different from peace. I honestly, I think that's a whole. That could be a. That's a whole. Well, I don't know. That might be cause for a deeper conversation, a more in depth. All right, deciding whether or not it's inner peace or peace within yourself. You know what I mean? That might be a different, right here. So here are three ways. This is from the yogajournal.com. Okay. So it's not mine, just in case somebody hears and goes, you know what? I think I heard that in such and such, or I read that article. But what do we got? Soften your gaze. Trakata, which translates from Sanskrit as to gaze, is a meditation that involves staring gently at a flickering flame. Okay? I didn't know that would be a way to find peace. I would think that would be more ways to find your peace, calm, I guess depending on, where you come from, what you consider it. Okay, I'll go with it. That works. I've done that before staring at. Let me tell you. Uh with the YouTube, you know how they got where you can have the jazz with a fireplace, or you can just have it where somebody recorded for 10, 12, 13 hours a roaring fire, and all you do is a log, obviously in a fireplace, is all you hear is the crickle and crackling and the flame. And I can sit there for hours and just stare at it, you know? Oh, good evening, Palm. What's going on? Kenny, what's up, buddy? How you doing? You finally found your way over here. Uh-uh. So, but no, I can sit there for hours. I'll sit there and open up a book. I just restarted. What was it? Bram Stoker's Dracula. Okay, it was found for me. Found in a store. It's got a nice soft leather cover. Let me tell you, I don't remember. It's been a while since I read that. I do not remember just how descriptive that some bitch was in the beginning of the book. It took me it probably took me about 2 hours because to read right before he gets to Dracula's castle, just so I could fully remember and understand the way he describes everything, which is fantastic. I mean, it's amazing. I won't pull in the little conspiracy that at the time Bram Stoker wrote the book, he had never been to Romania. He had only been, everything that he described was exactly how it looked over in Ireland. And I forget at this moment the city that he describes over there that's actually in Ireland. So, that being said, you know, don't hold it against me if you want to say something. I reminded him. Yeah, he forgets. He does forget. But all right, what do we got? Number 2 to ways to find your peace. Walk it off. Quit being a little bitch. Whenever I need to escape from holiday family time, such as an uncomfortable political discussion, oh, Jesus, I offer to take my brother's dog for a walk. Well, see, that would depend on where I'm at. Because if I'm at my house and we're having a discussion and people don't want to be comfortable, I'm kicking you out of the house. I don't give a shit how close a family you are. Bye-bye. Exit stage right. Yeah, walk away. Sometimes, you got to be the bigger person. Yes, I usually am the bigger person. I beat you. Yeah, I know. I thought it's. I saw Reynolds, and I thought that was Tony. It's not Tony though. But oh, what do we got? All right, there we go. Okay, what do we got? Number 3, take a breather. Sometimes just recusing yourself, stepping back, and breathing. Real simple thing. Real simple. Breathe in the nose, out the mouth. You know, it does help. It gives you a chance, like I said yesterday, stopping and thinking for a second gives your mind a chance just to calm down a little bit, depending on what's going on. You know, this is right up there with taking time to escape from reality. You know what I mean? It's definitely really. So it's it is. It's right up there with taking that time to escape for yourself. Okay? Now, what do we got here? Blah 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 blah. Okay, this is all right. This is apparently is just quotes, just a quote. When you find peace within yourself, you become the kind of person who can live at peace with others. Finding greatness within yourself is what can set you apart from many. First, keep the peace within yourself. Then you can also bring peace to others. Your state of mind today will be your state of life tomorrow. You know? So apparently, I haven't found peace within myself. No, that's not true. I'm at peace with. I live in peace. There's. Oh, that's funny. So yeah, okay. Uh huh. But no, I mean, we talked about this. I touched on it the other day about that. You, I know a lot of us we want to accomplish. Okay, we want to make money. We want to make money, 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 money. Okay, that's fine. Yes, that's good. But in that that path, that journey that you're taking to make the money, 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 you've got to take time for yourself. You've got to make sure that you're finding peace. You're taking these moments to keep yourself at peace. Like we talked about escaping reality. You want to be able to find your peace, okay, to remain in control over yourself. Because if you get out of control, that's when the chaos ensues. That's when you start making those wrong decisions we talked about yesterday, okay? Mm, nice. Delicious. So it's not, well, I don't want to say it's an easy thing to do, okay? But it could be. I mean, I know life is exactly what you make of it, but finding your peace, finding where you can be, where you can be, what's the word? Not content. I mean, peace, where you can be calm, where you can find the calm within yourself. Okay, is a lot that a lot of us struggle with. I still, there are still times when there's a difference between getting excited for a movie, for a game, for you find a dance, you're out on a hike, you see animals doing some fucking thing, you want to fight the animal, attack the bear, whatever, something like that. There's a difference between having that peace and that excitement to where you get that what do you want to call it? I don't want to call it anxious. I don't really that just that other craving where you start to get that excitement where if you don't shut up, you know, I'm, I'm gonna get medieval on you. Those times when we were poor or struggling. I would say that's yes. That's I think during those times, Matt, when you're doing your no. Well, okay, I'm gonna your first message. I totally agree with. When you're struggling, you see exactly what type of person you are. If you're able to be an adult and think and overcome and get better and get stronger, or if you act like a dumb child, a little ignorant delinquent that's meh, 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 and you're just dumb. Okay, but yes, when you're struggling, going through some kind of obstacle, trial, tribulation, whatever you want to call it, that brings out some of us when we're struggling. It brings out our best qualities. Okay, some of those qualities others may not like. Okay, when we're struggling, you may not like my shortness. I might be curt with you. You know, I'm going through this. I don't give a shit about your negativity. Okay, while I'm moving something, I'm lifting myself up, I'm learning, I'm struggling, I got to do this. This, getting past this, growing, so this doesn't happen again. So I'm not ever in this position. And whilst I'm in this position, I'm struggling, I'm lifting myself up, I'm growing, I'm elevating myself. I watch, I see, all right, this happened, this happened, this happened. That's why I'm dealing with this. So now it goes in your little toolbox. So when it ever appears over the horizon again, before it gets to you, you know how to react. You know what to do so that it doesn't get to you. Or if it happens to, you bounce right back. No, boom, nothing. Brush your shoulders off, and you're good. Okay. Money doesn't bring you together, but money does make you happy, and I'll tell you why. Okay, let's just paint this in the fact like if you have kids. Okay, now if you don't have money, you can't do a lot, if anything. But if you have money, you feed your kids, roof out over your kids' head, clothes, warmth, RG&E, or whatever utilities company you have wherever you're at. Okay, now your kid's going to be warm. Your kid's going to be fed. Your kid's going to be warm, right? Your kid's going to smile. Your kid's going to look at you. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Dad. That's happiness. Money did that. Okay? So money doesn't buy you, your happiness, the material things are going to come and go. But that look on your kid's face, I'm sorry, that's happiness. They're happy. Money did that. You made money so that you could do that. Money bought your kids' happiness. You see what I'm saying? Money is always looked at, materials are used for materials. Buy a car, buy a house, buy a skidoo. All right? And yes, I've seen a sad person on a skidoo once because he was getting dropped off the skidoo and just left out there. All right? But you didn't hear that from me. Anyways, so you know what I'm saying? It does. And people always, see, that's the thing. People think money doesn't buy you happiness because they automatically go to the house, the car, the TV, the Rolex, the bling bling. Oh, look at my grill. I got no teeth. I'm just looking like fucking Trap Jaw from He-Man. Okay? I'm talking when your disposable income make you feel what? I'm talking when your disposable income can make you feel like you may not need the other person sometimes. See, that's not money. That's that you're a dick or don't be a dick or you're an asshole, don't be an asshole gene. Okay? That's in you. A lot of us have it. A lot of us have cut it out. A lot of us have changed it and we're just an asshole around, but that money has nothing to do with about not needing people. See, I feel that people can't take the truth. No, that's not money that's doing it. That's you. Okay? You think because you have money, you have that safety net. See, that's the thing. So if you have tribulations, it's like I can do without you. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. And that's the thing. People replace money as like a being, a deity, and it's not. Because money can come and go. Yes, people can come and go, but the strength of money can only go so far. If a person's been with you through the thick and the thin. See, I mean, yes, you're. It's not. It's a there. It's a difference, but at the same time, I mean, we could probably. Uh, that might be Matt right up in there with that. What's that saying where it says, uh, "The test of a woman is when her man has nothing, and the test of a man is when he has everything," which I don't really understand. I mean, I understand, I know what it means, but at the same time, it's like, okay, so he had nothing, he got something, she's heavily excited. But what happens if he loses it all? See, you got to go one step further. Is she going to stay with him? Okay, you know, what happens then? I mean, is that the same thing? You know what I mean? And what if it's the other way? What if the guy has nothing? He doesn't have anybody. He builds himself up. He's got money. Okay? He gets money. And all of a sudden he meets a girl. Now, but finds out she only wants him because of the money. So if he kicks her to the curb, does that mean I mean, is he replacing her with money? You know what I mean? I've sat and I've looked at it, and I've honestly I would like, who would you talk to about that? Not maybe a professor, but like they'd have to be a certain kind of professor. I don't know, but you see what I mean? No, well, it's good to be able to also handle whatever it is you're going through on your own. This way, you know that you have the strength by yourself to accomplish something, to rise up, to get through, to survive. And all right, I can do this. I can do this on my own. It's good to be able to have that skill set, that know how, and that confidence and that mindset in you. Okay? It's awesome if you don't have to. Okay? At least that's how I look at it. If you can get through your trial, your tribulation, your obstacle, your hindrance, all right, by yourself, that's great. That's awesome. Okay? If you can act accordingly, not act like a child, act like a decent human being, you know, that's awesome. That shows a lot about you. That shows your courage, your conviction, your strength to grow, to learn, you know, to evolve. Now, as you know, most of us humans are not evolved. Okay? We're not going to get into that. I'm just going to put it out there. So, knowing that you could do it by yourself is one thing. Knowing that, yes, I can do it, but I have help, that's like a whole nother level. Okay? That's like flying in a plane, okay, and knowing Superman is underneath the plane sitting on Superman, and the both of you are flying the same way. You're safe. You're good. Okay, not a worry in the world. You're good. That's how I would equate that to. Okay, if you have somebody that's going through this with you, that's motivating you and help and supporting you. All right, well, what do you think it is? And not attacking you if you happen to trip or stumble, but all right, what if you look at it this way? All right, and just helping you, because there's a difference between when you're with somebody and one of you trip and you start to stumble, and the other one's like, do you need a hand? Do you need help? If you just want to vent and then you can pick yourself up, that can start to drive a wedge where you feel that they don't need you. Okay, that's why you just accept the help. I got you. You might know it in your mind. Yes, I can do this. Okay, and it's always good to how can I say this? Huh. It's because with what that's saying, it's almost like I'm saying don't. I just said it's good to know that you can do it and be able to do it. Yes, but having somebody there, you know, it's it makes you feel better knowing that yes, you can do it. Okay, you can do this, but at the same time, somebody's right there in case you need a hand. Do you think more couples stay together for financial reasons or struggling financially? Okay, with that one, that's a good question, Matt. That is a good question. I feel if if they're struggling, that it depends. They'll stay together if they're struggling. Okay, if they're not doing, if they're happy. Okay, so you left that out. If they're happy, they'll stay together. If they're struggling, up to a point, if they're happy, they're good. Okay, if they're not so happy, that means one's looking for. What a dick. But they'll stay to okay. If they're happy, they're gonna stay and they're gonna work it out. They're gonna figure out what do we got to do to make sure that we get past this and we don't ever get in this situation again. Okay. Now, if they're not happy, if they're both kind of doing their own thing, but they just can't make things get to it, then eventually they're gonna split and go their own ways. Okay. If one's making a little and the other one's making more, and the one that's making more belittles the one that's only bringing in, minimum wage versus a salary, that would be that this one that's only minimum wage will stay with the salary a little longer out of fear that they won't be able to make it on their own. Okay? Out of fear that they're not worth it, they're not good enough, they're going to fail. Because this one is probably belittling the minimum wage so much. You seem to have the first time. Yeah. Thanks, man. Thank you. But now, hold on. Where's the other one? Couples that are well off, that see, it depends on that if they get separated, because even though they're well off, I think there's a reason that they separate. Now, it's usually because somebody else is playing in the other grass and not just looking for other grass. They're actually playing. And I think in my experience from what I've seen, couples I've talked to, that where there's money was involved, it's either 9 out of 10 times, if they want a separation, it's because somebody, like I said, is playing in the other grass, on the other yard, okay? Or, yeah. Yeah, okay. Nice. Nice. Really? So they're playing in the other yard, not just looking at the grass, okay? Or they're into something shadier where they could be going to about to, maybe they've got like a gambling habit, okay? That's kind of killing the bank account, and she doesn't like that, okay? She's losing money, so she's gonna be wanting, it's when it comes to money, it's either somebody's cheating, okay, or they're wasting the money and they're dumping it real quick and they're making stupid decisions, so they're losing more than what they're making. Okay. Now, again, that's just in my experience. Couples with money, that's how it's happened. All right. But no, I definitely. What do we got? I'm here with Kenny, watching you. See if I can. What you do talk about. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, thanks. Oh, of course. Yeah. Like I said, that's why the other day when Matt said, "Oh, it's good to see it's not just an act." Are you shitting me? No, I'm like this all the time. all the time, you know? But no, it's what did I just see the other day that would be perfect for this? Uh a guy was playing a video game, right? And that's his thing. That's his escape from reality. He plays video games. And the girl got pissed off and shut the game off. Or she shut it. One was she shut it off. Another, the girl hits it with a baseball bat, the PS4, and he goes nuts. you know, but and they get into this huge argument, and she's just like, "Well, why are you always on it?" He's like, "This is what I do to, to recuperate." You think I'm always on this? No, you only see this when I'm not doing anything. The only time I'm on my video games is when I stop making sure that all the household is paid for, everything's taken care of. Your life is that much more easier. Yes, we're in this together, but I make sure that your life is cushioned. Leave me the fuck alone with my video games. You do, yes, I'm not saying you don't do for the household, but you do this and this and this. We have a smooth house because of everything I do. Okay? And yes, this swings both ways. It could be the exact opposite, where the woman makes everything easy for the man. You know, that's the kind of men we have nowadays. You know, we're not just. it's flip flop now sometimes with a lot of you. So, you know. Oh, bless you too, man. Thanks. Sure. You know, so when you see me sitting down, taking a break, it's because I'm not making sure every bill is paid, except for the one that you pay. Okay? So leave me alone. I do everything. I get everything else is taken care of. We flow. There's a flow. Boom, done, 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 done. Got it, got it. Kicked its ass. It's done. All you have to do is this and this. And that's it. And normally is cook dinner every now. Fucking smile. That's it. That's all you got to do. Cook every once in a while and smile. Okay? Stop. No, they don't. You only think they do, Rich. They don't. They don't. I've seen it. They don't. Those aren't. Those. And wait a minute. And yeah, nah. Yeah, those aren't men. Those are pussies that wear skinny jeans. I'm sorry. They are. Well, see, yes. Well, that's the thing, Matt. See, when I say that's why there's videos on it. Yeah, but there's a difference because usually when there's videos of those guys that play video games all day, what they fail to mention in many of the video games, if they're older men, if they're younger men like little kids, yes, there's an issue. Okay, they're not doing shit. But I've been reading articles where there's actual people that play video games, and I don't mean those guys that get money for letting people watch them play video games. They make money by leveling up their character on certain video games. I thought I was blown away by this, and I was like, Minga, how about we do it for some of the other games? You know, only if the man let it. Yeah, yeah. And that's the thing. It's you've got to find that balance. You've got to, and this is why I say, take care of everything first, and then you have your fun through the day. That's why all my fun times, my show, my podcast is at night. I've taken care of all the manly adult stuff I need to. I've spent time with everyone I have to spend time with. I've helped out around the house. If it's my turn to cook, I've cooked. I help out. See, so that's why I can't. Maybe I'm just jealous. I don't have the time. See, that's not true. You have the time. Plays video, but don't let it ruin. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you've got it. Like I said, most of the time, if video games are played by us grown men, it's because that's our time where we just we stop thinking of the world. Everything else, we're hyper vigilant. If you have kids, you're aware of what's going on with the kids, but you're not there. You're here. Boom, boom, boom. Now, God forbid one of those kids yells, "Daddy, help!" or say something, or you hear a fall. The game is gone. The game doesn't exist. You're already at your kids' spot wherever they're at. See, that's the thing. All they say is, "Oh, you do this, you do this." Yeah. When men do this at night, we use it to recuperate, recharge, kick away. This is Sparta. Boom, bitch. Kick that negativity. Get it the fuck off. I'm playing my little video game. Let me kill some dungeon trolls. Bitch, gotcha. You're dead. You're dead. Oh, your mother took that. You're getting into it. Oh, it's definitely an outlet. It's fucking huge. It's an outlet. Yeah, no, you have no idea what lack. Yeah, dude, no, you got to make time, okay? And sometimes you and the missus, if you have, if a significant other, you have to sit down. All right, listen. Communication. I need time on a daily, not just once a week, twice a week, on a daily. You should have at least an hour, if not an hour and a half, maybe two, for you, to work on you, to recuperate you, to recharge, to relax, to get that frustration out, on top of, you should have at least an hour to be able to do some fitness. So you need about 2.5 hours for you, and that's every day. And if you can't make that out, then maybe you have to make some hard life decisions. I know it sucks, but no. 24 hours in a day. You work 10 hours. We'll say, even though you're supposed to work 8, we'll say, we'll take it from 10, okay? 14 hours left. Now, let's say you sleep 6. We'll give you 7. That gives you 7 hours, okay? 7 hours to hang with the girl, 7 hours to chill with the kids, 7 hours for dinner and either a little bit of homework or whatnot, okay? Boom. So you figure, okay, so we got the girl and the kids and dinner. That's 3. So if you do an hour for dinner, bam. And 2 hours for the kids, there you go. No, well, maybe an hour and a half. So that's 3. You do an hour with the girl. What does she need you? Does she want to do something? Then you just can do that after when you go to bed. Okay? She wants to give you a rumpa-bump. Friday, your premiere. I don't know. I'm glad you love it, man. Mom canceled my Game Pass. I'm sorry, dude. Buy a new one. Buy your own Game Pass. Then nobody can cancel that shit. But you got to take time for yourself every day. You have to. It's a necessity. You're taking care of everything that you're taking care of. What do you think? I just wake up and do this? Fuck no. Premiere your Paramount of the week. Brandon and I get to the gym 5 days a week for at least an hour. Oh, see, there you go, buddy. Yeah, definitely. Yes, exactly. Schedule it. There you go. Like I said, I schedule all my stuff at night. I've already done everything I need to do, and I tell them, all right, it's time to go to bed. All right, so unless you're sick, no more questions. Dad's on vacation, and I'm on vacation, and then that's it. Because I take care of everything else, because I make the time. Why? Because if it's important, you make the time. If it's not important, you make excuses. If you're a selfish prick, you make even more excuses. And the excuses get even more flourished, more, flazzled. It's flashy. There you go, for lack of a better word. you know, but you've got to set the time. Every I do. I have time. I wake up in the morning. That's why I sleep 6 hours a day. That's it. I have time to work out in the morning. I've been getting my workouts in. All right. I have time to play video games. I have time to read a book. I have time to watch some shows. I've got to make time for my podcasts. This is consistency. This is what I choose to do. You know, if 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 you don't feel that you can make the time for your outlets to be able to recuperate, to rest, to recharge and work on yourself, then you have to start making the really difficult decisions. And you don't want to have to sit down and actually think into that. Okay? Deciding if you're in the right career, okay? Or if you want to jump to something else, or you'd actually like to try to make money with whatever your passion is, painting, videos, podcasting, whatever. Showing off your feet, doing this market affiliation or affiliate marketing, which seems to be, some of these people are kicking ass with that stuff. But if you can't, if it's not a career thing and it's like the life thing, then you have to start sitting down and you have to make that real hard decision. You have to take that time to think, is my life, am I where I'm at? Do I want to be here? I mean, am I good? Is this a place where I can see myself moving forward, leveling up constantly? Okay? Or do I have to force myself to get up and it's like, oh, fuck again? Not again with this. Not again with that. Yesterday, I talked about where people say, oh, their kids, if they get stressed out, oh, my kid is stressing me out. My kid is doing this. My kid drives me nuts. Joking about it is one thing, okay? You could tell when people say it, they actually mean it. Oh, my fucking kid's stressing me out. I just want to drink. I want to become an alcoholic and forget they're ever there. Then why do you still have the kid? Go find a nice house where these people can't have kids. All right? Don't. That irks the shit out of me when parents are like, because we got enough shitty parents. I hate that. I hate then there's a lot of people out there that would love to adopt a kid. What do we got? That's the time. I want to get ahead of it. There you go. Okay. So you want to get a handyman off the ground. All right. So pull back your hours with whatever else you're doing, Matt. Pull it back. Or don't try to be so handy the whole rest of the day. Do it for an hour, take an hour. That's your time. And when that hour hits, set an alarm. When that alarm goes off, all right, and then you go. You just want to get it off. It doesn't mean it zaps all your time. Okay? Because if you're a family man, you've got to have that balance. So you've got work, family, and then another business. See? No. You've got to be able to, something has to boom, boom, boom. Okay? You got to cut back somewhere. Now, if you love your family, obviously you can't cut back there if they're only getting 5, hours a day of you. Okay? Unless you stop doing the other thing and you put everything into getting that business up off the ground. See? A lot of you know that, I do a couple things during the day, and then this is where I put my main focus because I'm blowing this up. I'm growing this, be it with the clothing line, other merch that I'm working on too, the changing this into a TV channel so that we're like, boom, like it's like the history, like National Geographic, HBO, Skinamax, Netflix. I actually got a call today. A guy sent me a thing. He goes, oh, this is Brandon. This is so-and-so, blah, 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 blah. Remember, we talked about this thing. And he goes, how would you, some becoming like a channel, like a thing like Netflix where people pay, but I'm all over the place. Now I've got to put some thought into that because, well, that might help me, this, like I said, I'm trying to get Oprah big. That's my goal. But I want to be worldly. Now, I already started off. I'm in right now as it stands the I'm not finished counting. I'm in 23 countries right now. Okay? That's fucking awesome. Awesome. All right? A lot of those countries, okay? Now, those of you that know me, and I'm allowed to bend my rules. I'm not. There's no racism or racist in me at all. Okay, at all, at all. Like I know some of you that are real closest. Uh, people know that there's my cousin Richard knows I don't do that. We don't do that racist thing. He knows, and I've told him before if he remembers. I grew up beating up a lot of people that dropped the N bomb towards my sister. Okay, because she is mulatto. She's half and half, right? And I had no problem dropping knuckles on people because of that. No problems at all. Until they realized who she was. It was just like, that's B's sister. How you doing? And then, boom. Now, for me to be listened to in some of these countries blows my... Nigeria? Who the fuck would ever think people in Nigeria would be listening to me? Other parts of, like I said, I'm in 3/4 of Africa. I'm still looking for North Africa. Okay? India, Singapore, Philippines, the Ukraine. I just found out I'm in Italy, Colombia, that blew my mind, Venezuela. Woo! So it's I'm ecstatic, okay? So for me, this is, like I said, I'm finding time, I'm making time. I'm making time. Now I'll take times away from me watching the show because why? I've got to finish doing up my clothing line. So you have to find time. You have to make time. If it's important to you, you will sit down and you will make the time. Is it going to be easy? Fuck no. No. Finding time to do things? No. And I'll tell you why. Because if you have a family, sometimes, not all the time, but most of the time, all the time, your family gets accustomed to when... Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, yeah, let me tell you. Woo! Yeah, it's going to be nice. It's going to be nice. But your family gets accustomed to, okay, Dad's not doing anything really this time. He's not there. So they know when they can come and get you, hey, can you do this? Can you do that? Where's the cat? No, I don't have a catalog yet. I'm drawing up the designs. I was talking to a couple different clothing places, and so far everything's looking good. I've got to finish the designs and then make sure it's copyrighted so people can't, take my stuff. And then I got to send them prints and see what they say. So I might just go ahead. There's a couple of shirts I've drawn up already, and I might have them made and then wear them and see if I can get anybody that wants to buy them, which would be fucking awesome, But that's another side thing that I'm working on. But so Dad, his hours, he's known. Hey, I might be taking you up on that, buddy. But the family knows when Dad's doing this. Okay, so when Dad changes his routine, it might cause a little bit of friction over here. Listen, Dad's trying to do some other stuff. Okay. Yeah. You can only turn to the left. you know, okay. Dad wants to take some time. Dad's got to do this, okay? Can you guys play over there? I'll be sitting here, but Dad needs to really work on this. This is important, okay? Explaining to your family that I'm trying to do this to make our lives better, okay? So that we can live a much comfier life, so that we can live maybe... I know a lot of people, if they feel they're struggling, okay, and they're really working, they're making... barely making or just making ends meet, but they're broke. That's just surviving. That's not living. Nobody should live like that. Okay, nobody. All right, I'm sorry. With as much as what's out there now and with everything that you can do on online, no one should be living like that. Okay? Now, I know when you're struggling, it's it's harder sometimes to feel that you're worth something. Okay? It's harder to feel like, you know what I can do? I can make it. I can sometimes when you're struggling, if you've struggled for so long, you get to a point where it's just like this is all life is. This is it is. I get up and I do the same shit every day. Okay? Which is why I'm completely different from a lot of other people because every day isn't the same shit. For me, every day is new possibilities. Every day has potential. Okay? Every day is a new day of anything can fucking happen. I can make more money. I can meet new people. I can grow my network. I can expand and not just gain weight, you fuckers. I know what some of you were thinking, but I can evolve. I can learn more to help my business. Every day you can grow. You can level up. All right? It doesn't matter if I'm struggling or not, and nobody knows. Okay? Because of my mindset. Because I've found my peace. I've worked myself with my inner demons. We're all friends now. For the most part. People need to try and find goals that are attainable to them. Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. But at the same time, like they say, if it's something that you really want to, what do they say? They say, if your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough. This is true. And like I've said before, this scares the shit out of me because ultimately it's all on me. When you have a job, okay, you've got your boss. He tells you what to do, all right? You have a uniform. You're told what to wear. You have a lunchtime. You're told what to go to lunch. Okay, it's almost like military, but without having to kill people. All right? You're told what to do, and then you go home, play with the family, go to sleep, wake up, and do it again. Boom, 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 boom. Now, unless you're like a doctor and you get a kick out of saving lives, you're a lawyer, you get a kick out of getting people off or sending people to prison, okay? You're a fireman and you run towards the fire. Okay, if you're a dentist and you fucking, you like looking in people's mouths and ripping shit out of there. You're not always, you're gonna, your dream of something you may want to do, or maybe you've had enough of doing that. Maybe you want to change. It scares the shit out of me. Okay? I have nobody to answer to except for myself. I can't blame anybody on anything. I can't blame anything on whatever goes wrong. It's all on me. Over there, you got people you go. Dentist run towards bad breath and teeth. That's nasty. But your dreams should scare you. I would say I will go with 60-40. They should scare you, but excite you at the same time. Okay? You should definitely be excited. I do. I mean, every day I wake up and I'll watch something on the TikTok and I'll be like, shit, there's another idea, something I can add. I love it. Write it down in my little book. I do have the voice memo thing on my phone, voice memo. But I can't name the voice memo. It's voice memo number this, voice memo number that. And it's like, well, fuck you. I need to know which one it is. I don't want to have to go back and listen to all of them. Shit. But no, it does. You make time for yourself. Okay? You find your peace. And then you're good. You're good. Like I said, I do a little bit of woodworking myself since the COVID hit. I was doing a couple things. I took up woodworking. I've made a few things. Granted, it's raw. I've made I made a bench. I made a dinner table. I made a sofa table. I made 2 computer desks. I'm looking into making a coffee table. I've got a piece of black walnut. I think it's black walnut. Dark walnut, black walnut. One of the two. that I'm turning into a coffee table that's got a living edge on it. I've got another piece of, I think that's white oak. It might be white oak. I don't know what I'm going to turn that one into yet, you know, but I take the time. You know, I might have to give up a little sleep one time. All right, you got to do this. I might have to make plans during the week. Listen, I can't do this because I'm setting this aside to take care of this because this is something I want to grow on. I want to actually learn. I want to, you know, elevate my knowledge in this and my know-how, my skill. Okay, I'm put money aside slowly, you know, because it's just a little bit at a time. I have to buy a table saw. Uh, it might be when tax time comes out. Maybe, you know, if they have a great deal on table saws, might purchase one. So that's why I can make things a lot easier, you know. See, I'm looking into a camera so I can videotape my lives that much better, you know. So you've got to make the time for that. Okay, you've got to make time for yourself. You've got to do things that allow you to find your peace so that you can just sit back. So you sit back, you find yourself, okay? You all right. I'm good. I'm calm. Recharged. I feel like I'm not just I'm going to go nuts because I've seen that. And it's not just with entrepreneurs. Take a plunge if you want to go all in. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Dude, that was my first episode taking that leap. I did. Boom. I had mics. I had the other fucking thing I needed because of the mics I bought. Plugged in. I was like, all right, let's do it. Take that leap. You start off small. Yeah, you've got it. It's I'm not the wrong person to ask, but when I first decided to do this, okay, I sat and I wrote down like six things, if I remember, six things, five or six things of all right, what do I have a passion in that I know I can make money doing? What do I have a passion? What is it? Well, this. I go, wait a minute. What about the radio? Now I've always said that I'm sorry, but most of the people, at least in Rochester, when I hear them on the radio, some of them are just dumb. And the things they say, especially when they tell me that if I run outside without my shirt on in the wintertime, that's toxic masculinity because I didn't put a jacket and a snowsuit on. Bitch, shut the fuck up. That's not toxic. And you shouldn't be spitting those lies and that negative bullshit on the radio anyways. That's why nobody listens to you in the first place. You know? So I sat down and I go, you know, I've always wanted to be in the radio, but I remember the guy when I was doing security, the guy from the Rochester Sports Network, radio network, said that radio is dying. That in probably about 10 years, it might be all but dead. Okay? He goes, have you ever thought about podcasting? And I told him, I said, well, it's funny that you should mention that because I had a friend and we were thinking about it. You know, I looked and I was told what they were and still didn't really fully understand. And he said, well, tape a couple 15-minute things, email them to me, and then we'll get together. So I did some research on the Rochester Sports Network, the radio channel. That's right down there on wherever I forget wherever 98PXY and iHeart and all them broadcast from. It's right down there in that building. I did the research, and I go, okay, why do I want to do that? I looked at what the money was, and I was like, oh, so I'd have to get in here and here. I don't really just want to talk about sports. I want to go a different route. I want to help people be better versions. I want them to forge better versions of themselves. Okay, so what can I do? I've always I see these things, these people doing these podcasts right on here. They do like lives. Well, fuck. I'm not afraid of the camera. Even if there's 7.5 billion people that can watch me. You know? Yeah. Well, but MTV's dead. It's going to die. Nobody listens to the radio, honestly, the radio stations, unless they're on their way to work. And it's being replaced by Siri, Pandora, and there's a couple other music stations that people now listen to. Because, and I'll tell you why, because the people are kind of dumb, and a lot of the things they say are just ridiculous. On top of, there are over at least 1 million songs in the world, okay? Well, even just America, we've probably got at least 500 to 1,000 to 1 million songs, okay? So, that being said, there's that many songs. There is no reason I should listen to the same 10 to 12 songs for 2, maybe even 3 days in a row and over and over and over again. That's why radio is dying, okay? Break room, it's huge. No, it's not. The break room is small. It's teeny tiny. It is. Believe me. I've looked at the statistics. I've done the research, buddy. Oh, yeah, that's why they're podcasting. Because the radio is dying. They all know it. That's how we don't hear a lot of our old time people do both. Yeah, I'm trying, but I'm don't like the whole with the music aspect of it about me maybe having to pay people or whatnot. I'm looking into it, but I want to do different. I want to do the podcast and I want to do TV. TV's bigger, much bigger, huge. You tell me one radio person that's a billionaire. I'll wait. Exactly. See what I'm saying? I've done research on all this, okay? Like I said, you do the research. I settled on, all right, I could do a podcast and then maybe turn it into TV. I said, okay, I got to write this down. Now, while I'm writing this down, at the same time, all right, like I said before, I looked at everything that could possibly go wrong. Everything. I saw from one side of the spectrum to the other, all right? And I dealt with that in my head or maybe on paper when any of this would come at me or what to look for if it was coming. So I won't go, what do I do? Oh no, I got to quit. No, I don't do any of that bullshit. I know how to deal with it. Okay? And the only thing that, well, one thing actually, one thing I didn't attend a test for that I didn't think for is my loyalty. Because last year when my brother was still doing it with me, he caught the COVID. And I didn't want to do, we were out for 3 weeks because he had COVID. I didn't want to do an episode without him because like I said, if we become friends and, and there's a loyalty right there. I'll tear down mountains. That's just the way it is. And I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to just go ahead just in case we started to get big or something happened, or I might have hit across the right person and like, oh, I love what you do. I wanted him to be there with that, So that's the only thing I haven't worked on. Now that I'm, doing it by myself, even though I've already told my brother if he can actually find time to do this full time, which I doubt since I'm doing it every day, he won't, unless I can get him like to come in live, or like through a Zoom or whatnot. But it's me. So now I've got everything. I know. You write down all the things that could possibly go wrong and you prepare for them so you don't freak out, so that when they do happen, you don't quit. Okay? I think we lost the other work people. Show may have been over their heads. It's all right. I do this whether or not. Hey, come on, brother. What doesn't matter, But that's what you do, And Mingya, I'm that much more happier. Yes, I'm an extrovert, a super powered extrovert. I've got energy for days, And I wake up with this same mindset every day, Even when I broke my hand, pissed me off, still had the same mindset. Still was like, all right, we got to do. What can I do? What can I do? And I'm a little irritated with myself that I didn't decide earlier to do a nightly show because, Mingya, I could have done a show at a nice little live sitting in a creek up at Stony Brook doing the show would have been awesome, you know? But you got to find time. You got to make the time to find your peace, to be able to sit back. But that being said, I, you know, I do have to call at the end of the show. I got to go take care of some things, you know. I got to get some me time in. But I want to thank everyone that did show up. Thank you for the engagement. Always a pleasure, Matt. Thank you, for the Kenny, Anthony, Rich. Thanks for stopping by. Everybody else, like I said, anybody that I know, well, everyone that I know is going to listen later. You know, no, I already did that before the show. Go to YouTube, Forge 2.0. Subscribe and like. Subscribe and like. It's real simple. Takes a minute or two. Boom. Okay? So, I hope you had a great week. Recharge this weekend. Step back. Find your peace. Okay? It's different for everybody, and it might take some time. You may not do it this weekend. It might take you might get close, but just figure out or try to find, at least until you are able to find, all right, this, I can completely relax doing this. All right? Some people can. I'll tell you one thing, Matt. When I'm doing the tables, I got the music playing and I'm sanding away. I'm changing up the grit, and I go down with that either from the 40 grit up to the 200. I'm in the zone. That's peaceful for me. I'm not going to say it's not. It is. It's not as peaceful as doing this, but I love working with the wood. It's it. Yeah. See you Monday, buddy. All right, everyone, have a good night. I hope you have a great weekend. Recharge. This is Lucky signing off. Thank you for coming, and have a great day, great weekend, and laugh.